Greetings everyone, Napoleon Complex here, and welcome to the Battle of Adwalton, Moor. In this battle, I think we're playing the Parliamentarians, which is odd because in this campaign we usually play the Royalists. The Royalists have a mainly mounted force. We are defending hedgerows down here. We don't have pikes apparently, so we're very exposed to the cavalry in the open. However, we can use these hedgerows to defend ourselves, and we've got a weaker force of cavalry. I've got to say, this is my kind of battle. The enemy have this large group of detached musketeers and dragoons. Now I reckon that our heavy musketeers should be able to take those down pretty quickly. And towards the back we've got this dangerous cavalry, but because we have the protection of the hedgerows, as long as we deploy sensibly, I don't think this cavalry force is going to do very well against us at all. We've got one unit of Royalist pikemen. Now these will be extremely dangerous if they get close. However, we do still have protection here, so let's see how this goes. This is the formation I've selected. We've got the musketeers on a line here. They're going to move up and hold this hedgerow here. See where it kind of juts out a little bit. I reckon that will deal with the fact that the enemy will try and outflank us a little bit. But look at this. Look at all this back protection. We can use that to foil any attempts to outflank our musketeers. If we examine my formation a little bit more closely, I know I'm going to have to make my line jut forward a little bit. So I positioned my Parliamentarian horse here, just to cover the square. So you'll notice the same arrangement on the other flank. Got more Parliamentarian horse to they're back a little bit. They're not going to be great in a shootout against these detached musketeers, but they are there for support. I think I'm actually going to take all of my Parliamentarian horse here, just so I've got a bit more firepower over here. Put the clubmen over here. They're really just there to pop out and help in case anything does manage to get around our backs. Other than that, it's the musketeers game. Let's go. So straight away, we're moving it. Don't care, move off. Okay, the guns are going to be annoying if they disrupt anybody. I was a little bit worried that the enemy wasn't going to advance there. So I am aware that these detached musketeers are going to be a problem. We've not got a long enough line in this battle. But I've already said I've got high hopes for this battle. I feel confident. We'll angle that unit over here. They can help to support. And this unit in here. That should be enough to support this angle. Now this is nice. We've got this T-junction. So this road doesn't penalise us. Okay, that could be a bit of a problem. There's a weak point in the line there. Move these guys up here, and they can swing around and shut off this flank. Yeah, the problem with the hedgerows, they do slow us down. I could have popped out and attacked their detached musketeers. Might have gotten the disruption. Are they only moving these units on the right? That could be problematic. Oh, of course. Okay, we're going to I can always drop back. I'm going to temporarily drop out, just so I can hit these guys. Good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop back with the cavalry here. See if I can't draw these detached musketeers past these hedgerows here. Okay, Okay, now the enemy are starting to advance their heavy troops. And they're taking a long loop around. That's a concern. I may have to finish the fight here and reconfigure my position. Okay, 2 of them are still in the hedgerows, unfortunately. That would have been nice. I've held on longer. That's going to be bad for us. Better than not being in cover. Going to borrow this cavalry unit. Sticks and stones, Royalists. I'm not looking to get all of my troops disrupted. Oh, good, we absorbed a lot of fire there. I still have to be mindful of these detached musketeers here. I'm afraid we're going to have to drop back here. Just turn and be ready to fire when they attack. That's now the priority. Don't worry, I'll get you yet. Here they come. Oh. Oh, I couldn't see because this wasn't a dip in the land. I could only see one block of Royalist. Oh, that's much worse. Bye-bye, Dragoons. They're getting enfilade fire. Seriously, there's a unit of Dragoons right there. Oh, great. How did they miss the Dragoons? That's all it took. And now we're disrupted thanks to that. Right, blast them. I'm going to have to move this unit out now. I need to cover their retreat. Fire on them and see if you can get the fragmentation. No joy. I might get a lucky disruption. That's what you're aiming at. See if you can hit them. Okay, good. Ouch. Move up here and see if you can disrupt this unit. Looking the way this is going, we'll see if we can melt this flank down first. I'll just have to take this fire. Right, the dragoons are very vulnerable, but they're also dangerous. Just obvious thing is to blast them in the face until they break. So follow up with our own cavalry. What I'd actually like to do is I'm basically trying to steadily drop back with these units, but because they're back against the wall, they're going to have to fall back in this direction. Blast them once. Good, we've drawn their fire. Fall back. Hit them with the cannons. Dispatch them. I want to defend that square. I'm going to turn and I'm going to shoot them here. Yeah, okay. Letting them take those hedgerows was a mistake. I think I'll still push them away. Okay, good. That gets them up the hedgerows. I still don't want to advance into this road because I'll be vulnerable to a flank attack here. Blast them here. They're not long for this world. The enemy are quite effectively moving in such a way that they're avoiding the worst of my volleys, because they keep forcing me to turn around. So I'm either forced to fire at long-range targets or else at units I've had to turn to face and never let me concentrate my fire. The enemy are getting close, so I'm really suffering quite heavy casualties in this fight with their skirmishers. That's a sacrificial lamb. They're just trying to draw our fire. That's good though. Yeah, a bunch of our troops wasting fire. No, really? No damage to that unit? Hmm. Cavalry are a good target. So keep bombarding them. And turn. Move up here. We can continue to bombard them for now. I think that will block fire on that unit. Are they close to auto-breaking? You can get rid of them. Nope. I want to move up into the hedgerows now. I've come up with a plan to position my troops in such a way that we can cover our soldiers. Whoever moves up into that square is going to get hit by a lot of fire because the enemy have maintained their discipline. Right, you know what? Postpone it for now. Shoot them up, rout them. We'll take long range fire. And we'll position ourselves to deliver the coup de grace to that disrupted unit. So we've got all of this pressure on this flank. They've all fled, and we can turn around to face this oncoming cavalry. Now here, we're going to turn here, and I'm going to have to cover this road tile here. I'm hoping the hedgerows will help to deal with the fact that we're disrupted. In case the enemy gets onto this road here, I've got my musketeers, and if I really need help, then I've also got my clubmen to help shore up the flanks. I'm not sure what to do about this situation. Okay, they're fragmented. But we've got a lot of pressure coming towards us. We've got spearmen coming this way as well. I think I'm going to start dropping my gunners back and firing them, and that will go for the cavalry as well. So we're going to fall back to this row of hedgerows. That might mean abandoning my guns. We have taken very severe casualties on the left. Terrible fire discipline there. And now another unit's disrupted. Not good. How did you miss them? They were right there for you to shoot. Oh, thank goodness. Just fire and... Fine. We'll spend another turn here finishing... Oh, okay, not the best situation. Limber up, and we're going to have to move the guns off, because they are not going to survive the cavalry's influence. So for the units close here, the priority is still these detached musketeers. For these units, drop them right back out of the fighting. Problem is I can't move up to the square without exposing myself to withering fire. Okay, on this flank. Good, that's them disrupted. I'm hoping that this flank is going to be a bit of a turkey shoot. Hang, I am determined to get these dragoons. Nope, still didn't manage it. Oh good, good timing. Yes, open up hell on this cavalry. Here, I think this is still the more dangerous unit. Shoot them. Drop back and fire. And pull back here. Right, let's see. I just have to pull back under pressure here. Move this unit up. They're going to eventually join our line here. If we can get one of our cavalry to this point here, they can help to block the Royalist pikemen, but we are going to have to be fast about it. I know this is something I've had planned for a while. We are going to move up and take the square. I didn't do it before because we would have advanced into close range fire. Oh, excellent. Move this unit to here where they'll be able to eventually support a corner of the defence. I think this unit of musketeers is going to end up here. We're up to 12%, but we are up under a lot of pressure. Okay, they can still hit us from the side there. Of course, because they're on a hill, they can shoot over our heads. It's going to draw our fire, and now they're in. Okay. Here come the pikes. This is the units these are the units I'm most afraid of. got this situation under control at least. Move these units up to the hedgerows, so we've got the clearest shot at the enemy. And sure, just auto-break them. These units, however, they've got protection from the hedgerow, so they're going to turn and focus on these cavaliers. Just hit, let's see, I need to plan this out. Okay, hit these Royalist pikemen and then hit them again. Okay, still didn't get rid of their keil status. Just hit them again. Move these units up. Okay, right, shoot. Okay, and this unit's going to have to hold position for now. Fire. Fire. Okay, they're disrupted. Hopefully they'll pull back and leave us alone soon. I hope they rally up soon. I'm not going to lie, I need all hands on deck right now. 15%. That was a bad time to get hit by the cannon. I feel like we're just going to get drowned by Pike here. And that helps, because now we've got a clear shot at them. Right, absolutely hammer this unit. Good. That's one disruption. Hammer them. Fire! A disruption got us here. Move past, don't care about that, just keep moving. No idea. You guys move up here, you're going to move into position next turn. We're protected by these units here, so I'm going to move up, and I'd like to eventually turn towards what's going on the left. Just hit what you can. Okay. Medium gun's very slowly moving towards safety. Oh, this is going to be ugly. We don't stand a chance. I think I was too slow. That might help. Oh, didn't panic the pikes. I was too slow dealing with this detached musketeer screen. Here they're just going to slaughter us. Already disrupted. Stand back here as a reserve. Move up here. They're going to break through. Don't move into that situation. Here, it's risky, but we're going to have to fall back. We can't withstand that. There's going to be a last stand in this field. Okay, at least they're no longer Kyle. That's going to help. Oh, we can't move them diagonally over hedgerows. Oh, that's terrible news. I move them up here. That's at least a bit better. I may as well pull back behind the hedgerows here, to be honest. Okay, they're no longer Kyle, and they're very badly damaged. Strange how they can really? Even over an enclosure? We are getting rid of some of them. They're gone. Okay. I might have despaired too early. This is what I want to see. Oh, they're going to go right into this unit though. If only we'd gotten rid of their Kyle stats, I could have flanked them this turn. How on earth did this happen? Does the hedgerow not face that way? Oh, I guess because most of them are covered by the turn and the hedge. I didn't understand how that worked. Maybe if we have time to pull it off. They're in the worst position possible. They've turned to avert the flank threat. Okay. Dodge out the way there. Let's delay them here. If I jump into here, I think I can't. Oh, but that's. Okay, right. Just about avert the flank attack this turn. That's all. Move our clubman from here because the problem obviously isn't on the left. On the right, rather. Now, the majority parliamentarians routing. Oh my god. We'll drop back. It does actually help us. I think if you looked up the word doomed in the dictionary at this point, you'd find this army. And they're going to block the fire of my guns, and they've gone straight into. Okay, now I can't get them. I might still be able to get them by sacrificing these clubmen. Now the parliamentarian forces in amongst the hedgerows. We'll see this through to the bitter end, but I think this is going to be a quick execution now. I have to turn this way. Because I have to avert the flank attack that's going to happen here. Maybe we can get a cavalry force around them. Pull back to the last hedgerow. Pray we don't disrupt, because they are going to go eventually. Oh no, if they go this, I've doomed them. There are no good options at this point. Okay, they're going to auto break soon because they're below average. I should have ridden out and around them. It's over. Okay, let's talk about what happened there. Now, when I planned this battle, and there's no doubt I made mistakes in this battle, I planned to face a cavalry and skirmisher force. I only saw a tiny number of pikemen up on the bluffs. I didn't see the hidden area that I couldn't see, and as a result, I had no plan whatsoever for dealing with those pikemen. And when you combine that with the fact that my plan was static, I was basically just planning to stand my ground, use the hedgerows as fortifications, and repel them. There was very little in my plan for adapting to that situation when it became clear. In addition to that, I misjudged some things at the micro level. I didn't realize that hedgerow where the cavalry ultimately broke through was a corner, and I didn't realize that left my troops vulnerable. So I just positioned it there as if it was a hedgerow, and it wasn't. I also didn't understand there was obviously the quality differential between my units and the keils. When the enemy when those still ordered keils hit my troops even behind the hedgerows, there was no chance. So it's an interesting question what I would do differently next time. I think deploy further back, which you'll see me do. Try and defeat the skirmishers early. If they advance one flank forward, what I might do is if I can move quickly enough, I might see if I can advance after the enemy cavalry force that goes right around your back and catch them, defeat them, and try and get the whole cavalry force to come forward. Because if they race ahead of the force, they might block the advance of their own pike. And if I can defeat the enemy cavalry, I'll just be left facing the pike, or I'll have defeated so much of the enemy force that I don't have to fight them. So that's my reflections on the battle. I've been Napoleon Complex. Thank you for watching this video. I came in very bold. I ended up getting thrashed, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.